Hey guys, it's Miss Bankett. Happy Monday. I hope that all of you moms enjoyed your Mother's Day. I know that it wasn't the one that we probably imagined, but I do still hope that you were celebrated and were given all the recognition that you deserve. You all are awesome. And thank you all for allowing me to be your kids' teacher. I love your kiddos. And I just hope that you were able to celebrate or be celebrated in a way which made you enjoy your day. All right, so this week we are going to read a new news to you story, but I'm going to show you how to get to the story and how to navigate the system so that you can get to it so that there isn't any confusion on how you can access the resources and things like that. Alrighty, so first you're going to want to open any web browser. I'm using Google Chrome, and you're going to want to log in. You're going to want to go to bcps.org. So this is the website that I'm on. And here at the top, you'll see BCPS1. So we're going to click on that. And then you're going to click log into BCPS1. All right. My page already navigated to my home page, but I'll show you what happens if it doesn't. All right. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to BCPS1. Log in. All right. So this will normally pop up. I have Google Chrome set up to remember my password and login because I use BCPS1 all of the time. But all of your kiddos have their own username and their own password. It was sent to you in an email. But if you need that information, please do not hesitate to reach out to me and I'll get it to you again. All right, so we're going to log in and it'll bring you to this welcome page. Of course, mine looks different because I am the educator, but the kiddo should have Schoology Learning Management System. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to go to courses. And they're going to look for homeroom section 003, Miss Bankett. And this is our class. All right, and we're going to scroll down. It takes you to my homeroom page. We're going to scroll down where it says room 15 s'more page. And here's the direct link. So if you click that, it'll open up a new tab and take you to our classroom website. Now, this looks different for me just because I'm the creator of this page, but the rest of it will look the same for the rest of you. So if you scroll down and look for news to you, which is here, here you can find the interactive PDF, which will be on the Google Doc. Once I have finished recording this video and uploading it, it'll of course be above the actual lesson, but the lesson will still be there. If you want to access all of the activities for this story, then you can click here. And so it'll take you to our communication board, the Google Slide interactive lesson, the regular PDF of just the story, the worksheet pages, which you can print off. This is the same as this. I just downloaded it as a PDF so that you don't have to use Google Slides. And then here is all of the worksheets that go with this story. So there are language arts worksheets, some math worksheets, some science pages, some social studies pages, and I believe there's like an experiment. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember specifically, but this is like a document of like 60 plus pages of things that you can do with your kids that align with this story. All right. So if you are using the Google Slides, you'll click here. And on my Google slide, it says click present for the slides to become interactive. So you can click present here. And that is what we'll do. All right, and I'll make it, sorry, full screen. And I will move myself up. Awesome. So hopefully that little tutorial works for you all so that you all now know how to get to the lessons. You do not have to print out all of these pages. I know that it is a lot of paper, a lot of ink, and then it's just not a good time right now. So I'm trying to make sure that I make all of our News to You articles interactive so that the kids still get the benefit of completing the activities just on a computer, tablet, even on your phone. You can do this on your phone too. So whatever your preference is, whatever your child feels more comfortable with, that is your call to make. All right, so the name of our story this week is Thanking Hospital Workers. And this is our News to You article. And this article was published on 5/4/2020. So that's May 4th, 2020. All right, so we're going to click the arrow to take us to the next page. All right, this is our communication board. We always look at this page first before we start reading. So here is our title. And the title is Thanking Hospital Workers. And down here is our communication board with all of our different symbols and the accompanying words that go with those symbols. This would be a great time to pause the video, to have your kiddos look at these pictures, have them point to any pictures that they know or that they may be familiar with. And also parents, just try to see if they can differentiate text from picture. You know what I mean? That's definitely a good skill, and those are skills that we work on in the classroom as well. So take that time to talk with your kiddos and have them identify some of those things for you. All right, once you have done that, we're going to click the arrow to go to our first page of our story. Awesome. All right, so again, the name of our story is Thanking Hospital Workers, and that is the title. And the title is always the what. So what are we reading? In class, when we go over the 5 W's, I always try to make sure that the word in the picture has some type of body movement that the kids can remember and do. So when we are identifying what questions, we always say, what? That's what we do. What are we reading? We're reading about thanking hospital workers. Make sure you're on page 1, just like Miss Bankett. Hospital workers are very busy now. They are helping many sick people. I'm going to click the arrow to go to the next page. Hospital workers work in hospitals. Where do they work? That's what we do when we are answering that where question. We say, where do they work? In hospitals. A hospital worker may be a doctor, nurse, janitor, or cafeteria worker. And these are people. So the people tell us the who. So we always say who. So what, where, and who. We're going to click the arrow to go to the next page. Hospital workers help people feel better. A hospital worker may do surgery, take a temperature, or make a hospital clean. I'm going to click the arrow. People can thank hospital workers. So this is how we say thank you in sign language. Thank hospital workers. May 10th to 16th is National Hospital Week. This week celebrates hospital workers. So that is this week right now. So if you know somebody who works in a hospital, take this week to either call them, send them a text, or even if you don't, you can always write a card to your local hospital to just thank somebody for all that they're doing to make sure that people are staying safe and healthy. And if they are sick, they're helping them feel better. All right. So here we are on our joke page. So we have knock, knock. Who's there? Week. Week who? We can thank hospital workers. We can. right, let's go to our next joke. I have a joke. Tell me, what do you give a sick pig? I don't know. What? Ointment. That one was better than the last. All right, so now we're on our game page. The last story that I had, I know that it might have been a little confusing, the way that I had the format set up. So I decided to change it a little bit so that it's not as confusing and that it's more accessible to you and your kiddos. All right, so the directions say choose the picture about thanking hospital workers. So of these three pictures, which one was in our story? All right, so take a second to pause the video and talk about it with whoever you are working with. Did we talk about hospitals, doorbells, or aliens? Hmm, I think aliens are pretty cool. Oh, but was that in our story? Nah, we definitely talked about hospitals. Let's check. Awesome job. All right, we have to choose the picture about thanking hospital workers. Did we read about a beach? Did we read about a park? Or did we read about people being sick? And remember, you can always go back to that communication page, the communication board. So that was on slide 2. Remember, we're on slide 12. So if you want to go to slide 2 to look at these pictures, then by all means, you can do that. If you print the document, you can do that. If you have a communication board, pull it up in a different window, and then you have the actual questions on a different page, you can go flip flop back and forth too. So what did we talk about? We were on 12. Beach, park, or sick? I think we talked about people being sick. Yes, we did. Good job. All right, choose the picture about thanking hospital workers. Did we read about a duck? Did we read about a cashier? Or did we read about thanking someone? Take a second to discuss that with whoever you're working with. We read about thanking hospital workers. All right, and this is our last game page. So choose the picture about thanking hospital workers. Did we read about hospital workers, a space shuttle, or the mall? What did we read about? Remember, parents, when you are having your kiddos pick the pictures, make sure that you're giving them that wait time. They might choose a picture that has interest to them, and that's totally normal. That happens in the classroom sometimes, often. But you can use prompts. You can use gestures. You can model. There's so many things that you can do to help your kiddo get to that correct answer. All right, so we read about hospital workers. Awesome job. Now we're on our review page, excuse me. So the directions say answer the WH questions about thanking hospital workers. So our first question is what? What is the paper about? Is it about Irwin Family Helps Animals, sharing happiness, or thanking, sorry guys, or thanking hospital workers? What did we read about? I hope I didn't give the answer away. What is our paper about? Our paper was about thanking hospital workers. Good job. Who are helping sick people? So who? What person? Who? Who are helping sick people? Lawyers, construction workers, or hospital workers? Hospital workers are helping sick people. Good job, guys. Where, where do hospital workers work? Do they work in hospitals, restaurants, or clothing stores? Where do hospital workers work? Hospital workers work in hospitals. Awesome job. All right, so what hospital worker would you like to be? Would you like to be a doctor, a nurse, a janitor, a cafeteria worker, or something else? Hmm, I don't know. Maybe I'd like to be a nurse. My cousin's a nurse, so maybe I'd like to do that. She can teach me some things if I ever went into that field. All right. And these are the words that were the most important in our story. Thank and hospital workers. If you wanted to, parents, you could take these words. You could write them down on a sheet of paper, on an index card. You could have your kids copy them. They could trace them. So if you wrote in highlighter or a marker, they could trace the letters. If you have some leftover sugar or salt, you could pour it in a container and have them use their finger to write all of those letters. They can build them in Play-Doh. So many things that the kids can do to work on these words specifically, but in a non-conventional way. All right, and we are all done. Alrighty, so remember, there are so many ways that you can access these materials. So if you're here at our Google Drive for this specific story, here you have the communication board. You have the interactive lesson through through the Google Slides, which we just did. You have the simplified story. The simplified story has the questions and the words and the joke page that I just went over in the interactive PDF through Google Slides. Or you can just click on the regular PDF. That way you won't have to click present. You won't have to deal with this on the side. And then of course there are the worksheets here for that for those extension activities. Alrighty. And so that is our story for the week. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me, to contact me if you have any questions about how to access the materials, or if you would want me to work with your kiddos while they're doing the assignment. Please do not hesitate to do that. And here you will find my office hours. So if you do want me to work with your kiddo, I'm available Monday through Wednesday from 11 to 12 and 1 to 2, and then Thursdays and Fridays from 10 to 12. All right. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and have a great week. Bye, guys.